Hey, Brent, tonight we got a terrific matchup in the back. Let's rewind here a little bit. Go back to when you played. Who were some of the guards you really enjoyed playing against?
What if I start with the list of the guys, Kevin, I didn't enjoy playing against? If I named Allen Iverson, Mitch Richmond, and of course, Michael Jordan. Not the funnest nights at work, if you get my drift. But I did love playing one John Barry.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Ball left side. Booker with no one around, and the 3 ball is good.
You can count on Booker for some three-point efficiency. He might not take as many as he used to, but still dangerous.
Bridges against Prince. Pass to Edwards from outside the arc. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Ayton a screen on Russell. Here's Paul. Nails the baby hook. I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past. Just keep evolving as a team.
Here's Russell following the basket by Chris Paul. 5 on the clock. Russell passes to Gobert. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Devin Booker.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness. And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Here's Paul. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot. Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Crowder sets a screen for Paul. Banked in off the glass.
Chris Paul not afraid to go inside, play amongst the trees, and still find a way to score.
Russell kicks to Edwards. No good with the triple. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Booker against Edwards. Booker in the post. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
He enjoys hitting shots in the face of the D, especially when he's near the hoop. Devin Booker with a nice 2 there.
Booker against Edwards. Outside, Towns. Sinks the triple. Towns has got 7.
And never lacking confidence from deep. Some big men have to develop that confidence. Towns has always had it.
Ball against Russell. And here's Booker from the arc. They get it again. A second chance effort. Can't capitalize inside. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. They trail by 1. And Edwards with the stop.
Flying high. Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
All up top. He's guarded by Russell. Paul with the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Gobert. That shot off. Some solid defense from Ayton. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Monty Williams. David.
Well, Kevin, he said for them to prevail, they've got to be stout in the post and close off those driving lanes. If they failed to do those 2 things, it could be a very long night. And to be honest, it didn't sound like he thought they could.
Thank you, David. And here's Towns following the 3 from Chris Paul. And it's in there.
And how about the quick eyes there from Towns? Finds a hole in the defense and exploits it there with a nice find.
Paul, no one around him. Another three for Phoenix.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Timberwolves trail by 5. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And finished off by Edwards.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Booker has screen on Edwards. Paul kicks to Booker. From outside, off the mark. Russell inside, defended by Booker. Towns down low. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Suns. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Suns on defense. 3-point lead. Edwards inside. He's against Crowder. Paul with the steal.
And really, that's why you don't want to go up into the air without a plan. Had no option of what to do with the ball.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Now, Booker, after Taurean Prince's three-pointer that didn't go. From deep. Booker, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Gobert finds Edwards. Outside, Towns. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And you see Big Cat that has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
Here's Paul. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Phoenix shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Here's Crowder, and Crowder slams it in.
Yeah, I don't know when Chris Paul sleeps. It's never during the game. Always active and keeping his arms moving, which is how he's able to swipe that one away.
And that one drops for him.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
No good from Booker. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Prince. Bridges with the steal. It's stolen by Edwards. Gobert with a screen on Crowder. Towns for 3. Kept alive. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
I've heard it said, Greg, a coach can't give you confidence, but they can take it away. What's the meaning behind that?
Well, players at this level are naturally confident, but when coaches are always critical, it can take you out of your game. Makes you just start to think a little too much on the floor.
Here is Edwards, following the basket by Chris Paul.
2 minutes remaining in the half. 2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Prince. Edwards looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Phoenix grabs the miss. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Paul. Ayton against Gobert. And it's Ayton missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Edwards passes to Gobert. Prince kicks to Towns. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Russell passes to Towns. Towns is doubled. Out to Edwards. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Prince. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Well, he knows how to score, and he does just that on that play.
Ball outside. Going inside. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. And stolen by Booker. That one, no good. Nice D from Russell. Timberwolves trail by 4. Dishes it to Prince. Out to Russell. Launches a 3. Here's Gobert. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Gobert's got 5.
And how about the play by Gobert there in the paint? Not afraid to get physical on his way to the basket.
Bounce pass from Paul. And here's Booker from the arc. The rebound by Prince. Outside, Towns. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very... Thank you, David, and we'll be back.
Your Minnesota Timberwolves, 24. The Suns, 26.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. We've got Payne. Johnson is out there with Lee. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
There's McDaniels, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Suns leading by 4. And here's Payne. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Noel passes to Reed. The pass to Noel. Back to Reed. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup. Reed's got his first basket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Johnson. Lee outside. Driving inside. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 4. Passes it to McLaughlin. Over to the wing. McDaniels in the post. Covered by Lee. He gets that one.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Timeout called, the Suns. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Payne with it. On the wing, Lee. Johnson outside. To the paint. Here's Landale. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Here's Noel. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now here's Anderson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Noel. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Reed. That shot, no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. To the inside, Johnson, and Johnson with the stuff.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
And the Timberwolves call time, and it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside, Edwards. The kick out to Town. Another miss by Minnesota. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. 1:44 left to play in the third. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding up.
Now here's Paul. He dishes it to Booker. Back to Paul. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Here's Paul. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
Suns leading by 7. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Edwards against Paul. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Pocket 6. Paul. Here's Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. No good from Booker. And stolen by Booker. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Suns ahead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Now here's Paul. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Towns, wide open. Good on the triple. Towns has got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Timberwolves. And the Suns call time. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thank you, David. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside, Russell. Inside. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. 14 points for Karl Anthony Towns. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Here's Paul. An easy 2 points on the layup. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
Whatever the team needs, Chris Paul can provide it. Tonight, it's on the scoring end.
Towns sets the pick for Russell. Outside, Towns. Got a piece of it. Paul with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Chris Paul again. And now an 8-point Phoenix lead. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Phoenix.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively. Coming up.
Okay.
You can't let Edwards get in the lane. Outstanding at using that burst of speed on the drive.
Paul right side. Ayton a screen on Prince. Bridges for 3. That's a 2 from Paul. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
And we are seeing tonight why Edwards was selected first overall. Anthony has a special ability to score.
Fans, your first Avenue point guard.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter.
Make some noise for the first Avenue point guard.
Now Paul. There's the lob to Bridges.
Quickness of Chris Paul dicing up the defense with his superb passing off the screen.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards. The kick out to Towns. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
There's the lob to the hoop. Gobert with the block. Outside, Towns. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Russell finds Prince. Here's Towns.
And Crowder not giving up an inch on that shot attempt.
And it's Towns missing. Bridges passes to Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
There are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 7. 1:44 left in the 4th quarter. 1:44 left in the game. Prince, the pass to Towns. And stolen by Ayton. Up top, Crowder. Defended by Gobert. Pass to Paul. That one good for 2. And it's a 9-point Phoenix lead.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
For 3, Edwards. And a clear. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult,
The previous play is under review.
these can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coach.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He makes the first of 3, and that brings them within 8.
And talented in so many ways, Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement. Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Ball outside. Bridges. The kick out to Crowder. Booker in the corner. And the dunk by Booker.
That's an aggressive play. Devin Booker up to the rim.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. 8-point game. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Paul, right side. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Just 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. And here's Booker from the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
The tray knocks down the 3.
Unreal. Big Cat, one of the game's great scorers, also deadly in the clutch.
So the Suns win it. They seem to relish their role as the bet.
Welcome fans to 2K Sports Thursday. And these two teams really get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Morant.
Oh! Gets it down! Show us some power!
Nice! As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Paul against Morant. And that one's good. Paul.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game. And stolen by Bridges. First quarter, just over a minute played. Up again.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Here's Morant, and stolen by Booker. Bridges outside. Outside for Booker. Outside Paul. Shoots over Morant. That one a little long. And then Morant with the jam.
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
Now here's Paul. Denied by Morant. And the foul on Chris Paul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Here's Brooks. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Now here's Morant. Takes it inside. Oh, misses the dunk. Now Paul. Pass to Booker. Back to Paul. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Paul's got 6. Well, Smitty with Morant. His ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaked his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Here's Morant.
Did you see that? I saw it. Wow. And he saw it. What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Ayton, a screen on Bain. Booker for 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Paul with it. He's picked up by Bain. Booker. And the layup is good off the glass.
CP3 is a nightmare in pick and roll situation.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. Kicks it out to Jackson. Fires in the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Paul. Adams grabs the miss.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Suns?
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. Coming off a Suns make. With the drive. Denied by Morant.
Flying around the court, Morant can block shots both on ball and in help.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 6. They're rolling. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Adams. And the basket is good.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Here's Paul. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. Paul's got 10. With 1 on the clock. Oh, what a performance by Chris Paul. He's been the story for Phoenix. He put together 10 points in the quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Well, you have to love their activity level at the defensive end, racking up those steals.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. Paul, great positioning on the putback.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Morant with the bucket.
Now you see him, now you don't. There's only a few players that are faster with the ball than Ja Morant.
Outside Booker. Ayton, a screen on Bain. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. We've seen a lot of coaches make the transition from college to the NBA. Smitty, what are the biggest challenges in making that leap, you think?
I think gaining trust from your players is totally different from the NBA and college. Also, the pace of the game. Not the speed of the players, but the flow of gameplay itself. And finding the soft spot in an NBA defense is much harder than it is in college.
Brooks outside. 5 on the clock. Morant, the pass to Adams. And it's slammed in by Adams.
You just can't let Adams get this deep in the paint, because when he does, he's focused on slamming it down.
Bain against Booker. Over Bain. Now here's Paul. He's closely guarded. It's good on the putback.
Impeccable timing from the towering big man. Ayton is someone you must box out, or this is what happens.
Here's Morant going inside, and then Morant with the dunk.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Booker for 3. They get it back. The Grizzlies have gotten off to a perfect 4-for-4 start of the second. Here's Bain. Pass to Adams. Jackson against Crowder. Jackson, the pass to Bain. The 3 ball. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Now it's a 5-point Grizzly lead.
Impressive accuracy of Desmond Bain. He has put in the work to be a reliable 3-point option.
Crowder a screen on Morant. And he lobs it up top. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Wow. Booker doing whatever it takes to get to the basket. Totally fearless.
Here's Morant. Morant with the slam.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Paul, that one is off. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. The 3 from Bain. Here's Brooks. Nifty move. The rebound by Bridges. For Phoenix, they've gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. That one goes in. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
A really nice play by Booker. I mean, he gives you size out of the backcourt and can finish with either hand. And think about this. In an era of load management, Mikal Bridges is a rarity. He has never missed a game in college or the NBA. I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Bain finds Brooks inside. Ooh, and Adams, strong finish.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits it.
Ball against Moran. And Paul gets it to go.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Bain, the pass to Moran. Back to Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Crowder goes in. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Nice job by Crowder. More of a shooter than a ball handler. Surprising the D that time.
Jay Crowder, 2 shots.
He's off on the second.
No one expected to see that. He's been owning the line as of late.
Ja Morant, he's feeling. Thanks, Allie. After.
Grizzlies, 30. The Suns, 25.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
And some of it's just a mindset. He came into this game with a very unselfish approach, and his teammates have benefited from it.
They've got Danny Green. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Williams in at the power forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Jones, the pass to Clark. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And Clark drops them both. The Suns trailing. Payne with it. Pass to Johnson. The Grizzlies pull it in. To the inside. Here we go. Good on the bucket. Clark's got 4 points this quarter.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
About a minute played here in the second half. Down low. Here's Shamet. Conchar pulls it in. And Memphis shooting 71%. Their offense has looked unstoppable all game long. And there's the lob.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
90 seconds into the second half now. To the paint. Back to Shamet. 4 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Outside Payne. Back to Shamet. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
No good on that one.
With that type of range and confidence, Landry Shamet's shooting is very important.
And the second free throw is good. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Jones. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Shamet. Oh, he missed the layup. He had it with the pump fake. Clark, the pass to Williams. Here's Jones. Here's Clark. Uses the glass on the layup. Clark's got 6.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Here's Shamet. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Reliable approach, getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. Jones from outside. The shot, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way. Pass to Lee. Here's Shamet. Off target with the 3. Memphis has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Jones, the pass to Clark. That one falls. Give him 8 points now.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Payne finds Johnson. 1:16 left in the third quarter. The lead now cut to single digits. Johnson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
On the wing, Conchar. Back to Jones. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Green. It's picked off. The finish. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well. How can you leave this guy that wide open? Please, that's terrible.
Down low. Here's Shamet. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Shamet's got 5. Memphis leading. Pass to Conchar. From the high post. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Here's Landale. Back to Payne. Three seconds left. And it's blocked by Clark. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies ending the quarter up 10. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5 spot. Well, the Suns shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Paul into the lane. Crowder outside. It's Booker on the wing. The 3 is up. Shot clock at 6. Bridges finds Booker. Oh, the swat by Adams.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
Left side Bane. Launches a 3. Ayton against Adams. Here's Morant, and he drives in. The Suns clear it. Paul's got 4 rebounds now. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
The question is, why is Chris Paul so hot tonight? He recognized the hot hand, and it's him.
Here's Morant. Oh, a special move before that shot.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Paul lays it up and banks it in.
So crafty down low. Chris has every shot in the book.
The Grizzlies have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Morant against Paul. And here's Morant. Fires at the elbow. Tipped. Just 5 on the clock. Crowder with a steal. And again, it's Chris Paul. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
That's how you do it, Crowder. Great anticipation, as always. Comes up with the steal and ignites the break.
Jackson for 3. The Suns clear it. Paul's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside for Booker. And stolen by Bane. Paul against Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
With the ability to beat his defender in a number of ways, Morant is truly a dynamic scorer.
Outside Paul. And he makes it on the layup. Paul's got 22 points.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter here. For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the fourth. A nice shot by Booker.
Huge, man. I mean, the defense knows what Booker's capable of, but cannot get a stop.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. They're ahead by 3. 1:50 left to play in the fourth. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He told his squad to pour on the gas, saying, quote, "We hold the lead. Let's keep growing it. Be aggressive. This is no time to let up."
Okay, thank you, Allie. Outside for Booker. Crowder outside. Back to Booker. Lets it go from deep. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, gets the ball on the way down. What a call that could turn out to be.
Memphis is going 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jackson. Outside Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Calling for the ball in crucial moments. Morant steps up when it matters most.
Outside Paul. Driving to the basket. He connects! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team. Every team needs a closer in the clutch. Morant proving he's that guy.
Outside Paul. Bridges outside. It's Booker on the wing. Guarded by Bade. Stolen by Jackson. Crowder with a steal.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Morant into the lane. Money.
With the ball on the string, John Morant is toying with the defense. Beautiful.
And the Suns call time here. They're behind by 3. 7 seconds left in the final quarter. Your thoughts, guys?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
And so the big win by Memphis in a tight game. That was an incredible night of hoops.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
Veteran players are well represented, Greg, in this one. And all that experience on the court only adds to the intrigue.
Yeah, and it should make for a more polished game overall. More discipline, less mistakes, just high IQ basketball.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in its center.
You can see the handle of Kawhi Leonard so much tighter than it used to be. How confident is he off the dribble?
Paul against Wall. The shot's good from Paul.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
George against Booker. And it's George finishing it off.
That's a play that's all about positioning. Paul George has the elevation to make it easy.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Paul. That one doesn't drop. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Right side, Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Gentlemen, if we go back to the summer of 2019, that is the summer where the Clippers got both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. When they made those moves, everyone expected this to be an NBA Finals team.
They did, and thus far for Los Angeles, no finals trips in the last 3 seasons of Leonard and George.
That's exactly right, Kevin. In the bubble playoffs in Orlando, they got close. But then Kawhi got hurt during the 2021 playoffs, and last year, Kawhi out for the entire season. So health has been a critical factor in their failures.
And taken away by Paul. Booker with no one around. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense.
The Suns have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Leonard. Outside, George. Goes up on the high post. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
Well, get to the mid-range game. A 3-level score. Paul George, yes, sir.
Kicks it out to Johnson. A 3-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 4. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. Said priority number 1 is to not let these guys get going from the perimeter. Do not let them start getting open threes. It's a recipe for disaster. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that 3-point shot.
Chris Paul not only has a great handle, but man, his footwork is so good.
Wall looking for an opening. To the paint. That shot off. Some solid D from Paul.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Leonard. This one for 3. Drills the 3-pointer. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Boy, the range of Kawhi's shooting just keeps getting deeper and deeper. He really stretches you out.
Ball outside. Rebound by John Wall. And it's Wall with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Morris into the lane. And good that time.
John Wall has an incredibly high basketball IQ, so you find the shooter and get it into their hands.
Paul for three. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. And the Suns call their first time out of the game.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Bridges against Leonard. Wall. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And it's Paul penetrating. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
How about the ability to knife inside the defense? Chris Paul has been outstanding as a dribble driver his entire career.
Booker against George. With 4 seconds on the clock, Leonard missed inside. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, Kawhi has become one of the smartest offensive players in the game. Understanding use of the shot fake and what it can give you.
Of course, there's some pretty cool stories, aren't there, about Kawhi Leonard and what he has done in the community.
There really are, Kevin. I think about it. When he wins the Defensive Player of the Year award, that comes with a car. And instead of using it for his own personal use, he donated that to a children's welfare charity. This is the same guy who gave 1 million backpacks to kids in need in Los Angeles. Just a few of the things he does for his community.
Here's Wall. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
Ball against Wall. Kicks it out to Booker. Poked loose. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
Kicks it out to Johnson. A 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nobody near George. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead. And when he plays with that kind of attacking basketball, almost impossible to stop near the rim.
Out to Morris. Back to Wall. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard sets a screen for George. Outside Leonard. 4 on the clock. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Kawhi Leonard, tremendous timing on that play. You've got to be shot ready on the catch.
The drive by Paul. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5. Well, if there's one thing, Greg, that defines a modern NBA big man, it is mobility.
And they've got to be able to move their feet and really play in space. Otherwise, they just can't stay on the floor in today's game.
Booker against George. A three from Leonard. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Suns trail by 18. Ball outside. Wide open. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Well, as good as Chris Paul's passing game is, the scoring ability is on par.
Leonard against Bridges. Leonard the pass to Zubac. And here's George. He's got 11. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
Push the action a little bit. Paul George right now challenging defenders to stop him.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
1:31 left in the first half of basketball. Paul against Wall. Johnson down low. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. No good on that one. Clippers leading by 18. All with it. Out to Morris. A three from Leonard. It's hauled in by the Suns. And you mentioned the injuries for Paul George. Let's see, G8. The broken leg, shoulder surgeries, last season a torn elbow ligament.
And I'm sure there are a few others, Kevin. But give him credit. To battle through and maintain his greatness tells you something about his competitive will.
Zubac, a screen on Bridges. Los Angeles with another miss.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
The feed to Ayton. It's stolen by Wall. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And the wide open shot from Morris. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This has defined Kawhi Leonard's game going back to college. He understood rebounding is important to winning.
Here's Paul. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw drops for Paul. And so Paul nails both of them.
Now, Chris Paul has been successful at the highest level in the NBA, on and off the floor for such a long period of time. I love his intellect, his work habits, everything he represents.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Clippers lead by 16. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
On the court for the Suns, they've got Landry Shamet, Lee out there with Jay Crump, and it's Chris Paul, and it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. It's Powell with the drive. And Batum kicks to Powell. Now here's Payne. Tight defense on him. Lee finds Shamet. Three-pointer. Can't hit that one. As the Clippers taking it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. Doors with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard out with injury. Luke Kennard had to take on a larger role in 21-22.
He did, Kevin, and that was a theme that was consistent across the board for the Clippers. But certainly where Kennard was concerned, they relied on his scoring. And even though he was seeing more defensive pressure, this guy finished with one of the highest three-point percentages in the league.
Jackson looking around. Gives it out to Covington. Off target with his three.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now, here's Shannon, defended by Covington. Pass to Jackson. Back to Covington. Pass to Powell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now the Clippers trading last season for Norman Powell. And as they say, Greg, the rich get richer.
Yeah, an excellent two-way player. Their wing depth becoming the envy of the league. And he's just coming into his prime. So he fits the timeline of their star.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
And that one, good. Payne's got 4 this quarter.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Jackson down low, working on Payne. Here's Powell. 6 to shoot. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Powell's got 5 now.
Norman Powell with the rise and fire from three-point territory. Pretty delivery.
Payne looking around. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Foul against the Suns. Jock Landale. First personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, Phoenix trailing by 17. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Man, Luke Kennard showing the handle in the pick and roll game. It's going to be so difficult to cover him with that aspect.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half.
Dynamic two-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Jackson passes to Kennard. And a little luck that time, but it drops. 5 points in the game.
Nice shot by Kennard. The lefty is so crafty.
Now here's Payne. Defense is right there. Misses the layup. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for Los Angeles. Kennard for 3. And Lee pulls it down. Suns trail by 20. Crowder goes in. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Make no mistake, Jay Crowder has a craftiness that allows him to pick up fouls on his way to the cup.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Clippers leading by 18. Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 1:04 left in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Kennard for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Kennard's got 8 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now Jackson. And the pass to Powell. There's a screen by Covington. Shot from the top of the key. Phoenix grabs the miss. And here is Shamet. He has 5. To the inside. Here's Payne. Powell pulls it in.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Kennard for 3. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Big-time shot to beat the buzzer.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The guard and off guard, filled by Jackson and Powell. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's Kennard in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Leonard against Bridges. Here's George. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And that's 15 points for Paul George. Paul with the ball. From deep 3-point range, another 3 for Phoenix.
When your mechanics are as consistent and reliable as Chris Paul's, range becomes a non-issue.
George looking over the floor. On the wing, Morris. Outside, George. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Leonard. He doesn't hit that one. And Phoenix the other way now. Johnson down low. He's covered by Leonard. Kicks it out to Paul. Johnson sets the screen for Paul. Over Leonard. Ayton inside. Working on Zubats. And it's Ayton missing. Outside Leonard. Morris outside. Takes the 3. The Clippers get another chance here.
Yeah, see, Marcus Morris has the physicality and the frame to be able to be a force on the offensive glass. That's nicely done.
And it's Paul penetrating. And the rejection by Zubats. George passes to Zubats. And stolen by Booker. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Bridges. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Guys, this young man does such a good job keeping his balance on the way up to the basket. Mikal Bridges solid at keeping his composure.
Booker against George. Outside, Wall. Tips it up. Suns trail by 19. Paul, right side.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Kicks it out to Johnson. It's hauled in by George.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Outside, Wall. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And here's Morris for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Leonard.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Booker outside. There's the triple. Traps in the tray.
Well, that's the moneymaker, right? Devin Booker will go all night from three-point range if you allow it.
Wall against Paul. Morris outside. Passes to Zubats. No good again that time. Here's Paul. Johnson, the pass to Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Here's Leonard. Kicks it to George. Morris with a screen on Johnson. And here's George for three. And here's Morris for three. No good that time. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
An air of confidence to the Suns as they arrived earlier today. Playing in front of your home fans always puts a bounce in your step. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. And it's Phoenix's ball.
Something you can't put a price tag on, the Minnesota Timberwolves game last season. Playoff experience, young guys getting accustomed to the crucible of postseason play. Extremely valuable.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Russell. Towns a screen on Paul. Crowder with a steal. It's Bridges on the wing. Pass to Aiden. Back to Bridges. Crowder outside. Here's Paul. No good with a layup. So, Clark, would you say playoff experience also raises your regular season play?
I don't think there's any question about it, B.A. I never had a chance in my short career to play in the playoffs, but I covered a bunch of them as a broadcaster. There's a different electricity. There's a different intensity. There's a different feel in the locker room. You learn not to back down. You learn to work through adversity, and you learn to play under pressure.
So courageous, taking it right to the defender.
Oh, this dude knows how to finish in traffic. Wow.
Well, I tell you what, don't tell him. I mean, I want to see it again.
Now here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Here's Paul. Pass to Booker. On the wing, Crowder. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Edwards. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Edwards has got 7.
Defense gets burned by Edwards' ball handling ability. I mean, this guy's athletic and can really move.
Paul against Russell. And Paul gets it to go.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Outside Edwards. The Suns clear it.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy 2, the for sure 2. No need to make it fancy and special.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
Good court vision from Booker. He sees a wide open man and gets him the ball for an assist.
Edwards a screen on Paul. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Booker with a screen on Russell. Outside Booker. And here's Crowder from the arc. And he buries his first look.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Edwards. To the middle. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Gobert with a screen on Booker.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive in scoring the ball, they go to another level.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
To me, it's been the ball movement. That's been the key. I mean, going from good to great. Not settling for a good shot, making that extra pass, keeping the defense off balance, and taking great shots.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Now here's Booker. Keeps it alive. Controls the rebound and the putback. Crowder's got 5.
He has the knack for being in the right spot at the right time. Gets a lot of sneaky points with his work on the glass.
The kick out to Edwards. And Booker pulls it down.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. That's good from Paul.
Chris Paul sets a fantastic example for younger players. I mean, CP3 defines what it means to be a pro.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Here's Paul. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
Second team foul. At the line for one. Timberwolves timeout call. Phoenix, get on your feet and give a warm welcome to your Suns dancers. Clap it up for your Suns dancers dance team.
That's good from Paul. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Outside Russell, pass to Towns. And the shot's good.
Towns makes the most of his chances inside. He gets the ball in good position, does his work early, and then the battle's over after that.
1 second left. It's blocked by Gobert. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Timberwolves. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The Suns on top, up 3. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
Fourth, ladies and gentlemen, your Suns youth dance team.
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3. That's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Oh, hey, how about big time right there? Big time. Woo. Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
Russell against Paul. The officials have been a little stingier with the whistle recently. Clark, you think fewer fouls called is good for the game?
I like to see the game played with a certain amount of flow. So you got to give some latitude to the physicality, and I am in favor of fewer fouls being called. The officials do a good job, I think, of judging advantage, disadvantage, and it's much more appealing to the fans when the game flows more fluidly.
And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Towns with the ball, and it's Paul picking him up. The 3 from Russell. That shot off the mark. And Phoenix the other way now. Here's Bridges. He can't get it to go. The Timberwolves trail. Towns down low. He's guarded by Paul. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
Boy, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands. He's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
Phoenix calls timeout.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth dance team. Another big cheer for your Suns youth dance team. Make some noise!
And it's tied up with that one.
You know, when he referred to himself as the greatest big man shooter of all time, Karl Anthony Towns certainly raised some eyebrows and sparked some debate in the NBA fraternity.
Here's Paul. Good work defensively by Russell.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
They get it again. The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Towns, that's good. Towns has got 7 points in the game. You know, with Towns, there's no doubt he's a lethal shooter from downtown.
Well, the numbers don't lie, man. This guy, B.A., has been around 50, 40, and 80 throughout his career. 50% field goals, 40% three, and 80% free throws. Tell me how many big guys can match up with those numbers. Very few.
It's Edwards on the wing. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Outside Paul. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And he sinks the second. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Knocks it loose. Paul with a steal. Pass to Booker. Stolen by Russell. Edwards with it. And it's Paul picking him up. Russell to pass to Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish.
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
Paul against Russell. Now here's Paul. Tight defense on him. Good work defensively by Russell. Paul against Russell. Outside for Booker. Crowder with a screen. Edwards against Booker. He takes it in, and Booker throws it down.
Wow. Booker doing whatever it takes to get to the basket. Totally fearless.
Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Now here's Towns. Russell to pass to Towns. Oh, it's Towns with the finish. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And it's Paul off the drive. To the left wing. Here's Bridges. Clock at 6. Back to Ayton. Crowder, the pass to Paul. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Phoenix grabs the miss. Crowder with it. Russell covering. And Booker gets double teamed. Bridges passes to Ayton. Outside for Booker. It's Bridges on the wing. Here's Ayton. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Suns lead by 1. Here's Prince. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start them. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. We've got Naz Reid. McDaniels out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1. Here's Johnson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Naz Reid. And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
And here's Payne outside. He's off on that one. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. To the left side wing. Pass to Anderson. Tries again. Rebounded by Johnson. The Suns trailing. It's Shamet on the wing. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Johnson with a bucket. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Pass to Noel. It's hauled in by the Suns.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Outside Payne. To the inside. Here's Johnson. Second shot opportunity. Here's Shamet. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Here's Noel. Outside McDaniels. Reed in the post. Johnson on him. Second chance effort. Reed, good.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Phoenix has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. You know, Naz Reid initially went undrafted in 2019.
Hey, B.A., that happens to plenty of talented guys. The NBA is a hard league, and a lot of good players have to sometimes go through things to make it. Luckily, systems like the G League give players like Naz Reid an opportunity to grow and go there. So you keep growing like Reid did, and eventually you might find yourself in the NBA.
Back to Reed. And it's blocked. And he gets it back. And so here's Phoenix. Outside Payne. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Noel. Deflected. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush.
Boy, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Reed in the post. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Here's Payne. And down it goes. 2 points.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Reed to screen on Payne. Pass to Reed. Goes back up. Here's McDaniels. And he converts the layup.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
Outside Payne. To the wing on the left. It's Shamet on the wing. Oh, and the release was was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. The T-Wolves on top, leading by just 2. And time for a short break. Stay right. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Minnesota in the lead. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Back to Prince. Pass to Edwards. Crowder grabs the miss. And Phoenix shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Russell against Paul. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Chris Paul in the zone. Get out of his way, folks. He knows how to take a game over, and he does it efficiently and effectively.
Back to Russell. Pass to Edwards. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play here. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they found success off the drive, creating a lot of buckets by getting into the teeth of the defense.
As a former post-up player myself, you know I've got to talk about the work they're doing inside. I love what I'm seeing. The post presence has been a big part of this game.
Paul's shot is off. Timberwolves shooting has been great this game, 58%. Inside. And the jam by Gobert.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Phoenix calls timeout. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Monty Williams was saying to his team. He told his players he expects more from them at the line, saying, quote, keep drawing fouls, keep getting to the stripe. But when you do, you got to make it count. Not looking to give those freebies away. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Paul's got a really nice touch from the interior, and you know, he likes to get in there and mix it up with the big guys any chance he gets.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's foul number 2 for him. Towns against Crowder. Double team on Towns. Tipped away and stolen by Paul. Pass to Crowder. And there's the drive. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Paul against Russell. Gobert passes to Towns. Gobert with a screen on Booker. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
Booker with a screen on Russell. Out to Bridges. Outside Booker. Up top Paul. Guarded by Edwards. Paul can't get it to go.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Here's Booker. And Gobert with a block.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots.
Offensive rebound. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Paul. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
Tell you what, it's pretty obvious why CP3 is the man they rely on in these big moments. I mean, he's courageous, fearless, and productive.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here in the 4th quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Russell against Paul. Russell to pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Just a beautiful read by the former Buckeye Russell. So gifted at making those decisions.
Outside Paul. That shot, no good. Oh, good D by Edwards. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
Ball against Russell. That one goes. Count it. Ball's got 19 points.
In his comfort zone, finding an opening and exploding to the rim.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game. Due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 9-point game here. The Suns running out of time. Paul with it. 3-pointer, Bridges. It's good. The assist that time from Paul.
Boy, what a pass. X-ray vision, leadership skills. CP3, a surefire first ballot Hall of Fame.
Outside Edwards. And they double up Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. Crowder grabs the miss. And it's Phoenix's ball. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Stolen by Russell. Now here's Towns. Pass to Prince. Now here's Russell. Back to Towns. Takes a 3. Off target. So we see the Timberwolves get the win here. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the...
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Allie LaFleur.
We've got a game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. Two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack. And this kind of matchup comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all 4 quarters.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. And that one is good.
A point guard with length. Morant can do a little bit more than just handle himself inside.
Now Paul. Now the pass to Bridges. Takes it inside. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Morant passes to Adams. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Ja Morant impressed as a rookie, but in 2022, he really started blowing the roof off.
He's been doing some tremendous things. And how about a 52-point game in February that year? Only 12 of those points came from threes. That's a lot of buckets.
Here's Morant. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. Now here's Morant. The shot's good. Morant's got his second basket.
Just taking what the defense gives him. Morant keeping it simple on offense. I love it.
Paul against Morant. The shot's good from Paul.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
It's rebounded by Paul.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now here's Ayton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Here's Morant. He takes it in.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, a bit ago, Taylor Jenkins and I were able to chat. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy three-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot.
Love watching Jackson on the receiving end of the alley-oops. He definitely won the athletic lottery.
One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it can feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Grizzlies making the shot. Booker outside. Launches it. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Booker's got 5.
Part of the evolution of Booker's game, getting consistent from deep.
There's 57 seconds left in the first. He dialed that one up from long distance. He's got 11.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Paul. He's got 6, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
Paul against Morant, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there. Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Now here's Booker. He has 5. Bridges outside. Bridges with the steal. Back to Booker. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Crafty play by Booker inside, navigating to a point-blank look at the basket.
Here's Morant.
Have mercy.
Wow. And, man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Grizzlies. Going on an absolute rampage, piling. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. Here's Morant. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on 8. Hey, Richard, for a while, teams went smaller. They became quicker. Now we're seeing some teams go big, playing 2, sometimes 3 7-footers in the lineup. It's amazing.
Yeah, there's always a pendulum swing. Once it goes too small, then all of a sudden the pendulum swings back, and now everyone is looking for size. But you have to have size that can also stretch the floor, because teams need guys that can rebound. That's what they're looking for.
Knocked loose. Morant against Paul. And that one's good. Morant's got the lead up to 3 now for Memphis.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Morant against Paul. Here's Booker. Lays it up off the glass. Booker's got 9.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint. And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
Here's Paul. Ayton trying to break free. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Beyond the arc. No good on that one. The Suns go the other way with it. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Paul looking over the floor. Pulls from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Adams.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Up top, Morant. 20 points for him. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bain. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
Ball against Morant. And it's Paul missing. And Adams has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Bain finds Morant. And he goes big with the dunk right over DeAndre Ayton.
He gets a lot of defensive attention from Morant. He can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
2 minutes.
Morant against Paul. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And this is his game. He's not going to settle or try anything further away from the rim. He knows who he is.
We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Johnson and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Bain. The dish to Adams. Out to Brooks. Here's the 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Here's Paul. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies? You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hack-and-ball strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career.
And the dunk by Booker.
Short find by Paul, one of the best passers of all time.
Memphis has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Bain passes to Jackson. The 3 from Morant. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
Booker looking around. And Desmond Bain pulls it down. Brooks with no one around. That 3 off the mark. Booker left side. And the dunk by Booker.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
There's Jackson with the 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. John.
The Grizzlies, 37. Fans, let's hear it for the Jabberwocky.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Mongolia.
So efficient, no wasted motion. CP3, what this guy is still doing at this point in time in his career is incredible.
And the Suns here with a different look. Landale's checked in. Jay Crowder comes in for Johnson. Lee's checked in for Bridges. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Devin Booker. Here's Conchar. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Konchar's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Down low. And Crowder brings it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this. What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Puts the move on. Here's Landale. Paul kicks to Shamet. 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing. And that one hits back iron.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
And it's Clutch slamming it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. The kick out to Crowder. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Crowder's got 4 points this quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Jones in the post, defended by Paul. Jones, no luck. Suns trail by 4. Kicks it out to Paul. Pass to Landale. Second shot opportunity. Paul can't get it to go.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Clark, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
Cameron Payne's checked in for Chris Paul. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Suns have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Payne.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Jones, no one around him. Memphis the rebound. From deep, Green. The Grizzlies with another miss. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for Phoenix. Lee passes to Landale. And the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 1-point Grizzly lead.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Jones for 3. Here's Clark. The kick out to Williams. Passes it to Jones. Now here's Green. They shoot again. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Shamet on the wing. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. For the lead. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
There's one for the low light. Wow. I'm not sure who messed up the pass, but look, somebody did.
The Suns have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. 51 seconds left in the third. Here's Payne. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Pass to Clark. Memphis moving that ball around. Swiped it away. Shamet on the wing. Outside Crowder. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. For the lead, he lays it in. Crowder's got 6 in the quarter. Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
And that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
Here's Conchar. The Grizzlies with another miss. It's intercepted. Clark for 3. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Suns. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in its center.
And this is a throwback performance from Paul, flat out taking over in a big way right now.
Morant against Paul. And finished off by Morant.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team. And they will take it in a close game like this.
And Booker kicks to Paul. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Here's Morant. Here he goes. And then Morant slams it in.
He'll put you on your heels in a hurry. Morant slicing through the D.
Ball outside. There's the feed to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Paul. Jacks up a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Paul's got 7 points for the quarter.
The defense cannot give Paul any airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
Now, here's Morant for 3. And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Paul. And yes, it's good. Paul's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Morant.
Defenses have tried to figure out a way to stop Morant's drive, but his agility and strength ensures that he's always going to get a shot.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Paul outside. To the middle. Here's Booker. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
Plays hard in every facet of the game. Nothing that Booker can't do.
Morant against Paul. And it's Morant missing. Phoenix leading by 6. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Paul. And he banks in the layup. Paul's got 13 points in the second half.
Operation Feed the Horse. Feed him early and often. And guess what? It's working. They have the lead.
And Morant throws it down.
And when Morant takes off towards the basket, look, you're already done. You've already lost because that's how he makes his living.
Ball against Morant. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Driving in. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Get this man the ball, and he will make something happen. Morant rises to the occasion. Man.
And the Suns call time. They're leading by 4. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen to what Monty Williams discussed with his players. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. That's good from Morant.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Morant against Paul. And he makes good on the layup. Paul's got 31.
I think you could sense it, that trip up the floor. Paul was looking for his own shot. He got it.
A 3 from Morant. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Paul with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Lobbed up there for Johnson.
Great decision making from Booker. Realizing one of his guys is open and hits the pass to him.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
Shooting from Memphis,
and he ends up making the second, and that trims the lead to 6.
I couldn't hit them all, and they need every point they can get.
Paul against Morant. Paul outside. Plays it up and banks it in. Paul's got 33.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Knocks down the trifecta.
Massive points from Morant, the leader of this team, willing to take the big shots.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Johnson outside. Bridges outside. Back to Johnson. Bridges right side. And slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Outside, Dane. Trifecta.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some.
It's Thursday afternoon, and we've got basketball on the... Well, Grant, we've got two savvy veteran teams on the court, so you don't expect a lot of mistakes or sloppy play tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experience on the floor, so teams will play the right way. These guys know exactly what they're doing. If both squads can keep things tight, we could be in for a very competitive game.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Wall in at the one. Here we go, one-on-one. Leonard on the wing. George against Booker. George passes to Wall. The kick out to Morris. Just 3 to shoot. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Leonard outside. Left side Wall. Out to Leonard. Morris sets a screen. Tries again. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Pass to Aiden. Zubats with the steal. Here's Leonard. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in the season in franchise history. And it just didn't play out that way. That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Out to Leonard. Zubats with a screen on Bridges. 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Tipped.
Well, more than capable as a defender. Bridges with a great job using his length.
Poke loose. Here's George. And he gets the bucket.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Now here's Paul. And Booker with the jam.
Quickness of Chris Paul dicing up the defense with his superb passing off the screen.
The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and the point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. And make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
Here's Paul. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Zubats with the steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Leonard's got 6. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
The Suns have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Bridges passes to Paul. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
George outside. Morris sets a screen. 17-foot shot on the way, and there's another one for the Clippers.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Paul. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
He's such a good scorer when he gets inside that painted area. One of the game's best mid-range players that we've ever seen. Chris Paul getting it done.
Here's George. Top of the key. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. He's got 6.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Johnson a screen on Wall. Ball with it. Guarded now by Morris. It's stolen by Leonard. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Wall to pass to Zubac. The kick out to Wall. Leonard outside. Stolen by Bridges. It's a one-on-one situation. Pass to Johnson. Soft touch off the glass.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
Leonard for three, and that's not gonna go. And so it's Los Angeles leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter, and they push the...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Youth Dance Team.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
Here's Johnson. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. Johnson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Wall against Paul, and stolen by Paul. Pass to Booker. Nice move, and Booker with the jam.
And Booker does not lack confidence when it comes to his ball handling. Wow, sensational there.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA. It's fun for us to sit back and watch them go to work, but that's our job, not the defenses. They left it too open on that play.
And Paul gets it to go.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Wall with it. Pass to George. Morris for 3. It's not going to go for him. The Suns go the other way with it. And now the Suns fast break. Johnson with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Just great hands for Ayton to time that one.
Paul against Wall. Here's Zubac. It's stolen by Johnson. To the paint. Oh, deflected. Oh, Morris with a steal. Pass to Wall. Back to George. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, B.A., you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision.
Now, he really gets up there. I mean, Devin Booker will surprise you. Throw it down.
And there's a pick. Out to Leonard. On the clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Zubac's shot is off.
Good shot, gone bad. Got to finish there.
Ayton passes to Johnson. Back to Ayton. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Booker against George. And Booker with the jam.
Now, That's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Out to Leonard. Morris on the wing. Lets the three fly. The Suns clear it. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Johnson a screen on Zubac. And it's Booker again missing. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Here's Zubac. Out to Leonard. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And it's a completely new group for the Suns.
Substitution on the court.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Wall against Payne. Pass to Shaman. Here's Lee. Back to Shaman. Tries to hit him. Deflected by Wall.
Oh, nicely timed by Wall. Just so gifted with tremendous length at his position.
And here's Jackson. Misses from short range.
Defensive.
Appreciated, Allie.
Your side, 20. The Clippers, 22.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Paul George has been sensational.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Robert Covington is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Batum in at center. And Cameron Payne is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Powell outside. Shot clock at 2. And Powell with the stuff.
How about Norman Powell and his vertical prowess there?
Payne, the pass to Crowder. Back to Payne. That shot off. Good D by Covington. The Clippers in the lead.
I know this much about Robert Covington. Will never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Oh, excellent way to pad the lead.
Yeah, especially when it's your one throwing it down like that.
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Shamet, no good. Well, Brent, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, B.A., you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Out to Covington. Shot clock at 5. Jackson, the pass to Powell. The 3-ball. Tips it. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Covington's got his first basket.
Covington has that long arm athletic ability to get in there and mix it up.
Payne against Jackson. Here's Shamet. Banked it in off the glass.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Powell outside. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Stolen by Payne. Pass to Crowder. Here's Shaman. Crowder with a screen. Throws it up high. Can't get it to drop.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Batum, left side. Here's Jackson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Lee, defended by Kennard. Just 4 to shoot. Out to the right wing, and they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. From outside the arc, and the three-pointer goes. And the Clippers lead by 11.
And if the defense is going to shut down one thing with Kennard, I'd start with the three-point shooting.
Crowder inside, working on Covington. It's tipped. And so they foul intentionally. Phoenix making some changes.
First personal foul. 4th team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:03 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Powell finds Jackson.
Suns foul. Chris Paul.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
We also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul. On defense, the Clippers. This is the most they've led, 13 points.
Somebody's going to set him up, and Devin Booker's going to knock him down. Thrives in that catch and shoot.
Powell in the post. Booker defending. Here's Kennard. Buries it from 3. Kennard's got 6.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Jackson, the pass to Kennard. From downtown. It's hauled in by the Suns. Paul into the lane, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Give him 8 points now.
Defense is not able to keep up with the speed, really the awareness of Chris Paul that time.
Powell for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles closing out the quarter ahead by... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Bridges and Johnson fill up the forward spots. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Shot by Leonard, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Well, every time the shot goes up, guys are doing a nice job of finding bodies and making sure there's room to collect the rebound.
Pass to Wall. Kicks it to George. 6 on the shot clock. Zubats with a screen on Booker. George. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Love to see PG getting into that zone, committed to find the points.
Here's Paul. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. That's good from Paul. The last couple of seasons, the Clippers have shot the lights out from deep, Brett.
Oh, man, they've been unbelievable. Over 41% back in that 21 season. That led the NBA. So they got a nice collection of shooters on this Clippers team, and it helps that you have Paul George and Kawhi Leonard play to create great shooting opportunities. So lots of guys that can hurt you from deep. And on that kind of play, no one can match up with Paul going back the other way. Just too crafty and too skilled. He's going to do damage.
George against Booker. And he's going for the oop here. Paul with a steal. In transition, here come the Suns. Bridges outside. Back to Booker. Pass to Aiden. Outside for Booker. From the wing. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Wall, the pass to Morris. The kick out to Wall. Fires the three. Oh, they get a hand on it, and they recover it. Back to George. Leonard outside. Over Booker. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Paul George doesn't just score. He can pass it as well. He's a great all-around player.
To the middle. Here's Booker. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Puts up a three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds now. Bridges passes to Booker. Fires from deep. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there.
And Booker's shot is so pretty. Just one of those guys, when you watch him, you feel like every one of them's going in.
George outside. Out to Leonard. The three is up. That's good. And now he's 5 for 11 in this one.
I mean, is there another guy in the league who knows when his team needs this kind of lift? Kawhi getting those 3 points right back.
Outside Paul. Pass to Booker. George with a steal. And Wall, here we go. We've got 1:13 left to play in the fourth. Here's Leonard. Leaps for it. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Clippers.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Kawhi Leonard.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight, flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
George passes to Wall. Back to George. Shoots over Booker. George's shot is off. And this one feels just about over.
Yeah, they'll play it out, but I think it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
This guy wants those kind of shots. That's Devin Booker. Wow.
George against Paul. Outside Wall. Zubats passes to Morris. And here's George. Fires top of the key. So it's the Clippers picking up the win. Just a gutsy performance. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that.
Thank you, fans.
And that'll do it, folks.